Okay, it's 11 o'clock. Hey, thank you very much for all the people who've been waiting for a while. And thank you for people from Hawaii, Philippines, Singapore, Hong Kong. Hong Kong, Pat, thank you for joining our webinar. Pat, 多謝晒，多謝香港嘅朋友。今日有好多不同嘅地方啦，有 Los Angeles 啦，有美國啦、夏威夷啦、菲律賓啦、新加坡啦、馬來西亞啦。哇，好多人嚟啊，所以好多個。So it's great to every time we have so many people from very different places. So we're going to start our webinar today now. And today is a very interesting topic, 10 tips to lower your sugar naturally. So we're going to share the screen with everybody now, and we'll go with that and we'll go from there. And let's see, we'll share. Let's see, hold on. Okay, I wonder everybody can see the screen. I presume it does. Okay, good, excellent. I think everybody see the screen now. Okay, good. All right. So today we're gonna have 10 tips to lower your blood sugar naturally, and then we have another one which is really good. This is the 10 bonus session is 90-second with 8-gram carb bread we can make for your breakfast. So it's a really wonderful breakfast item. You're going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be really easy to make, so we're going to do that. Now, give me just a couple minutes just to catch up with the people who are new to the program, because quite a few that sometimes they're new and they weren't able to understand what we talk about. So I just give me about 5 minutes to catch up. Now, as you know, diabetic is a chronic disease. You really can't get well. All you can do is control. Now, there's a lot of people make the same mistake, same from our group. They say, hey, you know, my blood sugar now gone down to 5.67. I should be now okay. I can eat anything, enjoy anything. That's wrong. Because once you are diabetic, even though you were able to control yourself to, yes, normal blood sugar 5.7, if you do not continue your control, your dieting, your exercise, your drinking Lowsutea, you know what? Within a month, you go back up. And we already have several clients tell me the same thing. They did not actually control themselves anymore because they got so good. They become like 5.9 and so forth, the A1C. So they thought that, well, I'm cured. So I start eating all kind of stuff, no longer exercise. And the blood sugar within a month, it went back up to like 7 and 8, A1C. So no good. Do not do that, because you need to continue to maintain your control. Okay? 嗱，各位堂友唔好誤會咧，你好翻咧係其實唔會好嘅，你係要繼續咧去控制血糖，就算你 A1C 由10跌到去5.9。你係現在係一個短暫時間係好，你要繼續咩咧？繼續係要仲要咧係繼續係要做好你自己嘅控制，降低血糖。Okay, so keep that in mind. When you are diabetic, you ever diabetic, as doctor already told us, you will not convert back. So you can only become a good diabetic with well-controlled sugar patient. And even though your A1C is 5.8, 5.7, you have been doing a fantastic job. You need to continue to maintain that, not to like drink Lowsutea. You have to continue to drink Lowsutea. You have to control your dieting. You have to continue with your exercise, tracking your blood sugar. If not, your blood sugar will go back up. So it is very, very obvious. And that's quite a few individuals thought that they were cured because, wow, I'm doing so good. And they stopped doing all the things they do. No more Lowsutea, no more exercise, eat like anything. Blood sugar went back to 8, 7, and 8. And eventually will continue to go up. So keep that in mind. You gotta control, okay? So just that, make sure that we all have the same page. Now, pre-diabetic is the same thing. Don't think that you are pre-diabetic. Your blood sugar gone down to 5.7. You cure. you're not cured. You will continue to go up too. So make sure you continue to control just like a diabetic patient. So 嗱，記住朋友，其實好重要咧。你係如果有糖尿病咧，你其實一定永遠成世都要控制自己嘅，就唔係話我好翻啊，因為我見到 A1C 我跌到5.7喎，好正喎，或者5.8喎、5.9喎，我已經 cure 啦，唔係 cure。你要繼續控制，繼續飲茶，要繼飲去糖茶，要繼續去 exercise，要繼續 diet，去控制食材料，咁你先能夠控制到嘅病情嘅，係永遠唔會好嘅。記住呢樣嘢，因為我已經有好多糖友咧誤會咗啊，佢覺得哇好正喎，咁佢就唔飲茶啦，又唔做 exercise 啦，乜都食啦 ，blood sugar go back to A1C 去緊8㗎。咁 how do you control a diet? The important thing is don't eat any white food, and that's why we talk a lot about dieting. And you have to exercise. Exercise will burn up all your excess sugar, increase your insulin sensitivity. So you're going to take the insulin, take the sugar in the cells. So although you have to drink Lowsutea, Lowsutea will have no sugar and has no cholesterol, no caffeine. It will continue to lower your blood sugar and help you detox, lower your LDL, bad cholesterol. So all those things you have to continue to do. Now, how does Lowsutea work? It's very simple. There are two things. One, they have guava leaves. What it does is block the sugar going to the cells. So when you eat food going there, you go into your gut, there's a lot of sugar and will absorb into the vessels, and the vessel will have all the sugar in there, and the insulin will come in, will take the sugar in the cell. But if you don't have enough insulin, the bitter melon will act like an insulin booster and give you extra insulin going into the cell. And that's what it does. On top of that, one more thing in bitter melon is really good to do. They also take the sugar and the salt in the vessels, go through the kidney. Instead of filter reabsorb in the bloodstream, they do not. They excrete out through the kidney and through the urine. That's why after you drink Lowsutea, you have a lot of urination. Actually dump all the excess sugar and salt. So net result, your blood sugar go down, your blood pressure goes down, and also your cholesterol also will go down, and also will help you detox. That is the whole purpose there, and that make it all the difference. 各位同學記住咧，嗱，去糖茶有幾樣嘢。第一，佢個番手裏邊咧就 block 咗糖入去個血管裏邊啦。但係當有啲糖入血管裏邊咧，你唔夠胰島素咧，苦瓜咧俾到一個胰島素作用俾你咧，帶啲糖入去細胞度。仲有一個好重要咧，其實苦瓜做一樣嘢咧，係帶啲糖同埋個鹽咧，係喺個血管度帶走佢，喺 kidney 嗰度咧，喺個腎嗰度咧，尿道放咗出嚟。咁變咗嚟講咧，你就少咗糖，少咗鹽啦。咁你就變咗你血糖低，同埋你血壓又低，同埋仲有一個排毒嘅功效，仲埋兩個 cholesterol 亦會低啊。咁呢個係 that's how Lowsutea work 嘅。Okay, but if you don't do anything, the sad part is it affects the heart, as I mentioned earlier. The article did actually from New England Journal confirm what we're taught, and that's why the professors are very happy to hear we're teaching that, because what happened is whatever your diet control, it lower your blood sugar, it improve your heart health. It doesn't clog your heart, and so you have less chance of heart attack. Plus, definitely, if you don't take care of sugar, it will get blindness because it will get all kind of problem, diabetic glaucoma, and all these things that will affect your eye. You cannot see. It can't get your damage your kidney. So net result, your kidney will be damaged, and you can't filtrate. You can have dialysis. It can create stroke. Also, nerve damage, which net result, you have less sex life, and also you will not feel your lower extremity that much. So you get injury with poor circulation, it will not heal, and you may end up gangrene. You might actually have to cut out a foot, and that's terrible, right? And sorry, a lot of people don't realize also you have gestation diabetic. You know, where people at pregnancy, they also have this problem. I have quite a few women came back to me and said, hey, you know, I'm pregnant. After that, I become gestated diabetic. Now, you really have to control. It's the same thing. You become a diabetic because during a pregnancy, somehow you don't have enough insulin, and all that goes up, and you become a diabetic. And Faye Mao is a good example. She had 20 years being a diabetic because of gestating diabetic. So you really have to watch, in a sense, of dieting just like a typical diabetic patient. So that's what you got to do, because you get your risk go up. So net result, gestating diabetic is it really can be a potential risk for all your mother. And that's why now we'll educate many mothers to really how they control the diet and really helpful. 各位同友咧，好重要咧，就其實咧，如果你控制唔到血糖咧，今次咧即係 New England Journal Medicine 嗰度講咗啦，對心臟真係有好大損毀嘅。咁今日我哋教啲嘢全部啱聽嘅，同埋你眼有問題啦，腎臟有問題要洗腎啦，中風啦，同埋仲有 nerve damage 啦，仲有，如果你血液唔循環去個腳嗰度咧，可能整傷咗唔會好啦，要割咗個腳咁就好慘啦。所以希望你唔會有啲咁嘅後患症啦嚇，記住。So we will talk about 10 tips to lower our blood sugar naturally today, and we will also teach you how to make the bread, which is really a very good 8-gram carb bread. Okay, so let's understand all study and really New England Journal of Medicine, everything, or they really say that pre-diabetic patient, diabetic patient always have to improve their blood sugar, and in order to do that, if they change few things in the lifestyle, they can improve their blood sugar naturally. Truly works, and I see it in my own eye, and many of my patients have the same effect. Okay, 嗱，記住前期患病者或者糖尿患病者都係咧，如果你係喺呢個生活習慣改變咗之後咧，你糖一定會降低嘅。呢個我睇到啊，因為我自己都睇到好多現有我哋嘅太陽真係變咗咁嘅。咁so according to that, then really at the end of the day, U.S. CDC say that already. You have to continue to check your blood sugar to lower your blood sugar, and this is really a long life disease goal. It's not something you just do it for 1 month and did well, and second month you don't do it again. It's continuous to do that. And really, at the end of the day, if you don't do it, you will really have all kind of complications come with your eye, kidney disease, and all that. And changing a lifestyle definitely would decrease and lower medication requirement. And you don't need to have daily insulin. I see that on Pat husband, no more insulin required because the blood sugar went down to 4 point something, and then her A1, his A1C I'm down to 6. So I see it in my own eye. I saw Ella, numerous patients actually have the same effect. So really, if you able to control your diet, exercise, all the good stuff, you can do it. So keep that in mind. You can do it. OK 嗱，各位堂友記住，真係可以能夠降低你血糖咧，係能夠令到你身體健康，亦都唔需要藥物。我見到好多我哋嘅自己堂友，好似阿 Pat 個先生又係啦，阿 Ella 佢本身嚟講又係喺 A1C 有10嘅，跌到去5.7嘅。我見過好多朋友係咁噶啦，已經就係飲茶、去糖茶、exercise， 唔好食咁多呢啲咁嘅有 high carb 嘅碳水化合物嘅東西咧，就令到佢能夠又 exercise， 令到佢即係運動咧，咁就可以降低晒佢嘅血糖。胰島素唔使打，藥唔使食，咁呢個係真係見到嘅。咁你記住咧，你係可以嘅，唔好話我都有10年喎。嗱，阿飛貓20年啦，做咗diabetic，佢依家變咗係普通人一樣，所以 very nice，OK？ So you imagine 飛貓 is a person who had 20 years diabetic, but she got well in a sense, but she continued to control herself, diet, exercise, drinking Lowsutea, it works，OK？ So let's talk about the 10 tips. How do you lower your blood sugar? Very important. First thing, you have to lower your carb intake. It's very simple. So typically, the carb will help to get you the blood sugar goes up. And everybody know, I think all diabetic, pre-diabetic patients know. But you have to continue to tailor yourself, your activities, like your exercise, your weight control, age, to make sure you have the amount of carb intake for all your activities. If you really exercise a lot, you might need a little bit more carb, but not more than 250, because naturally you should have about 200 to 245. You really have the low carb, it's 145, 150. So imagine the activity you have has to be also adjusted accordingly. So your carb intake should be Normally, just typically is 200 or so will be a good benchmark. But if you want to further decrease, 150 will be another good benchmark. But you cannot say, I total no carbs. That is not real realistic. You need to have some carbs. And typically, white powder food like rice, bread, tomatoes, all those things actually are high carbs. So you want to eliminate or less taking of that. So if instead of eating, later I'll show you what it is. Instead of eating a white rice, one full bowl of rice, which is high carbs, you can use 1/4 rice or 1/4 instead of white rice. You can put brown rice or red rice would give the same effect because they have a lot of fiber in the process already. So it decreases absorption of that sugar. Okay, so that will help you to prevent the carb absorption. 嗱，各位同友，個個都知咧，原來碳水化合物咧，全部都會降你整吉你血糖嘅。咁所以你其實你要控制咩咧？就控制你血糖，同埋點樣做 exercise 啊，係食少啲嘅碳水化合物咧，就會令到你嘅糖會降低，係咪？咁每日咧，如果你普通人咧200個 gram 嘅啱嘅，如果你係做好多嘢要做 exercise， 可能要增加多啲。但係如果你唔係咁多嘅話，你係要可能到我真係想咁好細嘅 carb 咧，你係做150個 gram。咁呢個 range 咧，即係150至200或者至240咧，係你嗰個咩即係可能夠自己控制啦。咁但係記住，全部食白粉嘅東西咧，係令到你嘅糖會降高嘅，即係上去嘅。咁如果我食一碗飯唔食一碗飯，咁食3碗飯啊，咁呢個就幫助好大嘅咯喎，因為你變咗3分1碗飯裏邊咧，其實係食93個 gram 嘅 carb， 我依家食咗20 gram 嘅 carb， 咁就好大幫手係咪？咁你話30 gram 嘅 carb， 咁你其實要繼續係去控制呢啲嘢嘅，咁就會幫到你去降低你個血糖。So really important, watch your carb intakes can actually lower blood sugar. All my patients who are doing real well, they actually mark down how much rice they take, how much spaghetti they take, and they all record it. So they see that blood sugar goes up, they right away, I ate a donut, so they don't want to eat donut anymore. Or they eat only a quarter donut, a little bit donut, just to have a taste, to enjoy. So very important, you have to mark down what you ate. 每一個糖友其實要自己控制咧，就最好寫低佢食咗乜嘢，咁佢就知道嗰日個糖係點樣嘅。OK， 咁第二樣嘢啦 ，the second thing, you don't want to eat a large meal because when you eat a large meal, a lot of time you overeat and your carb intake will be over excess. So it's always good to take smaller meal, but few smaller meal, or eat smaller meal at lunch and dinner can eat more, that's okay too. Again, you got to make sure that you eat low carb diet. Now, you want to snack, the snack should be limited to like 15 gram carb, i.e. a cup of apple is about 14 gram carb. A cup of apple is about 100 gram apple, is about 14 gram carb. So that is a good snack, right? Just an apple with skin, by the way. The reason why with skin is you decrease the absorption of the carbs, of the sugar. You have skin, it help to delay the absorption. It's better. And I mentioned many times, we have to have a dinner plate planning. Half are all vegetable, like lettuce, whatever vegetable you put in there. So but not corn, because corn is starch. So you have not starchy vegetable, but real vegetable, like any kind of lettuce will do. And then you have a quarter plate of protein, fish, lean protein, like lean meat, lean chicken, lean pork. And a quarter is your carb. And your carb will be something including 1/4 bowl of rice, for example. And even your dessert, you put in that a quarter. So now you have a big plate, but everything are planned accordingly, and you can control your diet real well. So keep that in mind when you go out to eat buffet. It's the same thing. And actually, I help a lot of people now. When you're used to that, a lot of my clients now say, "Wow, this thing's really work. It really helped me." Even I go to eat my buffet, my blood sugar doesn't go up to 150, 160, 170 as of before because now I'm much better control. So they stay between 140, 150 range, which is like in Hong Kong be 7. Okay, so try to do that. 嗱，各位朋友，千祈唔好去暴食，因為暴食咧好多時咧你食多咗，最好咧就食少量。晏晝食少量 ，dinner 食晚餐食多啲都唔緊要，但係一定要繼續係用個 low carb 嘅 idea， 即係個 concept 咧係俾你自己去控制啦。咁好重要咧，個 snack 裏邊咧一定要有即係大概15 gram snack 咁上下啦。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，15 gram snack 咧係可以咧係譬如一個蘋果咧。100 gram 嘅蘋果咧，你係有14 gram carb 嘅，所以 perfect 啦，係咪？咁呢個係 take 呢啲咁嘅snack 咧，係幫助你咧控制個血糖嘅上升，同埋食蘋果嘅時候最好食埋皮啊，因為食咗皮之後咧，佢降低佢個 absorption 啊，嗰個糖嘅吸收啊，咁有埋皮係 good 嘅。咁同埋咧講過啦，個 dinner planning 咧最緊要咧就係一個碟，一半係菜係。全部係生菜啊、蔬菜啊、咩菜都 OK 嘅，但係就唔好話有粟米啊嗰啲唔係啊，嗰啲唔 good 嘅，因為嗰啲好多 starch 喺度，嗰啲就整高你糖嘅。咁就係全部係嗰啲咁嘅即係蔬菜東西啦。咁而有一半咧1/4咧就係嗰個肉啦，牛肉、豬肉，全部係啲唔係咁肥嘅肉啦。咁而有一個1/4咧就係你個飯啊，同埋其他少量嘅飯啊、紅米啊或者。brown rice 呢個即係其他嘅米咧，咁呢個咧亦都係幫助你降低你血糖嘅。咁呢個咧幫助你咧係能夠令到你繼續係唔好食咁多啦，同埋 carb 係降低嘅。And the third one is very important. You have to eat more fibers, and that is really good. Now, when you eat more fiber, it really can help you better control your blood sugar. Because fiber actually helps you to stabilize your blood sugar. It doesn't help you to absorb the sugar that fast into your blood sugar. So your blood sugar will continue to be better. And on top of that, you can also lower your cardiovascular risk because you don't have a lot of sugar in your bloodstream. And also, when you have high fiber diet, it actually decreases your diabetic incidence about 15 to 19%. So which is really good because when you good fibers, food, first of all, your blood sugar get lower. On top of that, because of the fiber, it prevent the sugar absorb in the bloodstream so fast. So net result, and also it help you on a bowel movement because when you have fiber, it create bulk on your bowel movement. So when you get older, especially, more fiber you have, you make your bowel movement so much more easier. Rather than you have to strain yourself, which when you get old, that is not good because you create a chance of what? Stroke, because you don't want to get yourself stroke because of that. So very important, you have to continue to get fiber to give you good fiber for your gut health, lower your blood sugar. And for men and women, men should have about 30 grams of fiber per day, and a woman should be 21 to 25 gram fiber a day. And good fiber item will be riceberry, any kind of berry actually is all good. Whole grain, beans, lentils, those are very good fiber items. So eat more fiber. It helps you to decrease the absorption of sugar, and it helps you bowel movement and also cardiovascular. Decrease the cardiovascular risk. So even your salad, you can put a lot of beans in there. That help you too. So imagine that will be all together a diet. 嗱，各位朋友，千記住咧，高纖維食物咧，好似豆穀類嘅東西咧，係幫助你咧係降低你血糖，唯一仲有咧係俾你慢，即係嗰啲糖咧唔會咁快入到血嘅裏邊啊。咁所以變咗嚟講咧。係幫助一個好大嘅幫助咧， 少糖入啲血管裏邊，仲有咧幫助你嘅心臟啊，全部咧嗰啲唔會咁快有咁多血糖上，你個心一定會係心臟嘅病嘅風險好咗啦，血管又好咗啦，因為多 fibre 咧，你唔會咁多糖入去血管裏邊啦，同埋仲有係幫助你嘅磅數嘅控制啦，仲有咧，同埋食得 fibre 咧，其實如果你係糖尿病咧，你係降低個 chance 繼續會高啲嘅糖尿病嘅。如果你唔係糖尿病友咧，亦都降低咗有15至19% 咧，降低咗你變金一個即係糖尿患病者，所以 fibre 係一個好好嘅東西。咁男人咧就應該係30至38個 gram 一日嘅 fibre 啦，女人就21至25 gram 嘅 fibre 啦。咁咩 fibre 食物咧，最好就係紅豆類嘅東西啦，所謂豆類咧、穀類嘅東西啦，呢啲係全部都係 fibre， 菜亦都係啊。咁所以食多啲菜咧，同埋你飲多啲水嘅時候咧，係個 fibre 會脹大咗佢啦，咁然後咧亦都幫助你大便咧係舒暢好多嘅。所以呢個高纖維食物係十分好、十分重要。So another thing too, a lot of people don't realize quality sleep is so important. I mentioned numerous lectures previously. When you have stress, your blood sugar goes up. Because when you stress, your body will say, hey, you're ready to fight, huh? So they will have pull sugar out from your liver and or your muscle to ready for your fight. So net result, you have more sugar circulating around is bad for you for any diabetic patients. So studies show you sleep about 4 or 3 to 4 hours or a few nights, your blood sugar really goes up. And on top of that, you also get your fatty acid all comes out and actually will decrease your insulin function because your fat, don't forget, remember, we talk about your fat will damage your insulin beta cells. When your insulin beta cells damaged, they're less functioning, so they cannot take the sugar into your cells. So net result, your more fat is not going to help you to put your sugar into the cells. So you have to drink more Lowsutea that will work, but on the other hand, it is get more sugar, your blood come out more sugar because the liver muscle bring out, and on the other hand, also get fatty to come out. So your whole body will out of whack and is not going to help you totally. And on top of that, you will have continue of that, increase your blood sugar, you have more chances of a stroke, more chances of heart disease, heart attack. On top of that, people who do not sleep well, they tend to also eat snack because they sit there, oh, I don't know what to do. So start coming with chips and they become all fat again, obesity, that's always the case. So how much hour you gotta sleep? You have to sleep between 7 to 9 hours, but not over, but 7 9 will be good. But you have 5 hours, 4 hours. I see that myself. If I stress out that day, I have to prepare a lot of lecture, I have to work, I slept 4 or 5 hours. You know what? My nighttime, my blood sugar go up to like 130, 140. It doesn't go down to the normal range, just 120, 110. So really, sleep is really important because I use my Ability, I measure myself, so I know exactly where I am. You know, so I know exactly where I am. Like today, right now, after breakfast, I still 5.9 because I'm relaxed. I'm okay, no problem. 5.9 is about 110 or so. About 110. So we are good. So basically, I manage myself, make sure I do that continuously. 嗱，各位朋友，瞓得覺係好重要嘅。如果你瞓唔到覺咧，個問題咧，你個糖咧會高啊。點解咧？就係因為第一，如果你瞓唔到壓力大咧，你個 liver 你個肝啊又會放啲糖出嚟，因為準備你打仗。第二，你嗰個又會加多嗰啲 fatty acid， 即係嘅肥嘅cholesterol 嘅東西出嚟。咁兩樣嘢咧會係降低咗你個胰島素嘅效用，因為佢 damage 你個 beta cells。咁你 beta cell 帶唔到啲 cell 入去嗰個，帶唔到啲糖入去個 cells 裏邊咪弊咯。咁你個糖係高咯喎，咁你個膽固醇又高咯喎，兩樣都高咧，就令到你個成個身咧睇咧係會繼續損毀，同埋仲有好大問題咧。當你咁樣咧，就令到你心臟唔好啦，你可能有個心臟病嘅問題啦。如果繼續係咁嘅話，同埋仲有一樣嘢咧，會有中風嘅風險啦。仲有一個好多時你瞓唔到覺做咩？啲人食嘢啊，又食 chip 又食，咁變咗嚟講，最後咧 咁就全部都係一個唔好嘅現象。咁瞓幾多覺啊？大概7個至9個鐘頭，一定瞓7個至9個鐘頭。OK， so sleep is so important to lower your blood sugar and not let it to go up. Okay, so now also another thing, how do you make quality sleep? Now, quality sleep, you have to have sleep area in a sense that best is sleep at the same time. I have a good friend, his name is Wason, and he has been always sleep at 9 o'clock and wake up at 5 o'clock to do his walk. Every day is the same. And that is really good because he had good sleep, he had a good habit. He fall asleep real quick at 9 o'clock and wake up at 5, bang, don't even need an alarm clock, it will wake up automatically. So your sleep pattern has to be wake up all the time, and he will definitely help him, regulate the body. And you should sleep at a place with a cool, dark environment, and never drink alcohol or caffeine before sleep, because you do that, you might not be able to sleep. And no more TV or email and cell phone and all that thing, get your minds all act up. Because if that's the case, you are not going to get good sleep, because you can think about all the things you watch in TV, or your message upset you or make you happy, whatever, it still have some psychological effect. So half an hour before you sleep, forget all that, read a little book, enjoy yourself, relax and go to sleep. 嗱，好嘅睡眠咧係需要幾樣嘢嘅。第一，你就要有個即係規律嘅時間。如果9點鐘話10點瞓覺，我日日都係10點瞓覺，或者11點瞓覺。我每日朝頭早6點鐘起身就6點鐘起身，呢個係幫助你有個長時間嘅瞓覺睡眠。你一入去你會自己瞓覺，因為自己嘅腦個 clock 你話我去瞓覺啦 ，OK？ 瞓覺嘅地方一定要涼爽啦，又黑黑地啦，咁能夠易睡眠啦，就千祈唔好飲酒或者飲咖啡啊嗰啲東西，因為嗰啲係幫你瞓唔到覺嘅。同埋咧就千祈唔好睇電視或者睇電腦 email， 因為呢啲嘢咧全部可能令到你心情咧或者有好有落啦，或者 upset 你又唔同啦，兩樣都瞓唔到覺。所以其實瞓覺一定係要繼續揾啲好嘅 relaxation 嘅地方，半個鐘頭唔好睇電視，去讀下書啊，或者 enjoy 下自己啊 ，relax 啊，睇下 deep breathing 啊，咁嗰啲就會令到你瞓覺舒舒服服啦。So number 5. If you lose 10% of body weight, you know what? That's a tremendous way help you lower your A1C. Because if you have excess body weight, especially with a belly, meaning a big belly, that is actually increase your insulin resistance. So everybody who have a big belly better think about lower this big belly, because that is not going to be good for you. But if you lose your 10% body weight, it actually improves your 1 point A1C. So in other words, if I am A1C is 7, if I lower 10% weight, or maybe I will have a good chance to lower my A1C all the way to be 6, plus your dieting, I'm saying, right? So actually, that is really a good thing without doing much. You can lower A1C 1 point as a very, very meaningful thing. So losing 5 points, you already start lowering your blood sugar already. So imagine that you could do it. So lower your body weight. Take a goal as 10%. 嗱，各位朋友，真係如果你過重，尤其是有大肚墩，其實我有幾個堂友真係有大肚墩㗎嚇。咁佢着嗰啲衫又白色咯，咁個大肚墩就好現嘅。咁我話咗俾佢聽之後咧，咁佢哋開始咧就真係降低個大肚墩啦。原來真係得嘅喎，佢哋大肚墩咧，佢個血糖真係降低，慢慢咁落嚟嘅。如果你降低10% 咧，你個 A1C 可以降低1 point 嘅，即係譬如如果7，你會降低6，或者8會降到7。呢個係一個幾好嘅東西嘅。所以記住，因為如果你有大肚墩咧，你個胰島素抗拒機會係好高嘅。同埋咧，如果你降低5磅咧，已經見到功效出嚟㗎，降到你見到你個血糖會降低嘅。所以呢個係一個好好嘅 target。So 記住10% 係你嘅 target。降低10% 嘅 weight 啦，譬如你100磅，唔係200磅，咁你10% 即係20磅喎 ，OK？ 咁記住呢樣嘢係 very good for you. So imagine 10% weight is going to be your wonderful target. Try to do this. It's going to help you lower your blood sugar. Now, one of the things that really everybody already experienced and all my clients have experienced. They drink Lowsutea actually lower the blood sugar. And the reason is because the Lowsutea has two major things, the bitter melon and guava leaf. The bitter guava leaf is actually block the sugar going to the vessels. So you have less sugar in there. And then the insulin will come out will handle less sugar. And the bitter melon will also as a insulin booster. It'll give the sugar and get them into the cells. So it's really good. On top of that, couple more things that bitter melon will do is also take sugar and sodium through the urine and take it out of the body. Plus, you have the detox. So every day, if you drink 2 liters or 68 ounces of Lowsutea, will lower your blood sugar between 10 to 30%. Plus, you need to do your exercise, losing a body weight, all those will work. Now, how much Lowsutea you drink? In the morning, breakfast and lunch, in that 2 meals, you are supposed to drink 1 liter or 34 ounces of Lowsutea, which consists of 8 ounces per meals, pre and post. The reason why pre is because you want the guava leaf to block the sugar into the vessels. That's why you have to pre. Post is the reason why after is because you let the tea act like an insulin, take the sugar into the cells. Plus, it dumped out the sugar through the urine and the sodium out the urine. Evening, you do the same thing. So daytime, you do 1 liter, which is 34 ounces. Nighttime, again, you drink 1 liter. You have pre and post dinner, but you have 2 more cups. What do? After dinner, you can relax and finish it up. Before sleep, you do 1 more time. That will all together help you to lower your blood sugar altogether. That will help you definitely. Now, if you only drink like 500 ml of water or half a liter of water, or only 15 ounces of water per day, it's not going to help you because it doesn't have enough water to flush the sugar out of the body. So don't drink less water. It's not going to help. So remember, drink Lowsutea definitely help you lower blood sugar. 各位同友記住，飲血糖茶其實你講都係飲緊㗎啦。不過最重要咧，記住咧，每日係飲2公升嘅血糖茶，即係2包茶啊，1包茶一公升，另外1包茶另1公升。1包茶咧嗰度咧總共1公升咧，每朝頭早就飲2杯250毫升嘅茶，一杯咧就係未食嘢之前飲嘅。個原因未食嘢之前飲咧，就將嗰啲番石榴裏邊咧就 block 咗啲糖入個血管裏邊。食咗嘢之後啦，咁嗰個苦瓜咧就將啲糖係好似當胰島素一樣，帶啲糖入個細胞裏邊，同埋仲有佢 excess 嘅糖咧，係喺個血管裏邊咧係尿道嗰度掉咗出嚟。咁你就少糖少鹽，咁你血壓會低，糖會低，同埋所有排毒都排晒毒出嚟。咁你去咗之後飲咗之後咧，你會去多小便嘅，咁啊好事嚟嘅。咁你每日就飲咗朝頭早同晏晝飲1包嘅血糖茶，總共係1個 liter， 夜晚又係1包，又1個 liter。咁食完飯之後，仲有1杯茶咧，亦都係同樣嘅幫助啦。仲有臨瞓前飲多杯咧，係幫助你成晚個血糖咧都能夠好 stable 嘅，去降低血糖。So 呢個係好重要。如果你飲只係500毫升水咧，係唔夠水咧，係帶啲糖走或者係將啲糖咧係喺個血管度帶出嚟嘅，所以變咗係冇乜用啊。所以一定要飲夠血糖茶你就得。You know, also one more thing, very important, why there is 2 more cup of tea after dinner and before you sleep, or 1 hour before you sleep, you drink the rest of the tea, because the Lowsutea will help you bring your blood sugar stable throughout the night. If you, especially a lot of people we work with, the blood sugar is gone up during evening. Usually they will go up to like 120, 130, 140. After they drink the Lowsutea, you know what? The blood sugar maintained in 120, 113, 115, around there. And for Hong Kong people, they're telling me that after they drink Lowsutea, the blood sugar will be like 5.7, 5.9, 6.2, 6.3. which is very good data. So drink Lowsutea, and after dinner, the 2 cup will help you maintain the maintain blood sugar throughout the evening, become a much better blood sugar level. 所以食完飯去飲去糖茶嘅時候咧，係令到成晚你嘅糖咧都係會好好嘅，平均啊。So the 7th thing is you have to reduce your stress, because stress, remember, increase your blood sugar. So more sugar will come out from your liver because they're ready for you to fight. So you really don't want to have stress, because more stress you have will end up to increase your sugar. So you have to reduce your stress. Now, increase stress, what can you do? You can do yoga, you can do meditation, you can do deep breathing, walking, gardening, walking with dogs, singing, listen to music. All those are stress release. Like me, I like to walk shopping mall. I have introduced quite a few of my friends now walking shopping mall. And many of these friends, they are in Hong Kong, by the way, outside is hot. So now after dinner, why after dinner? Because all the excess sugar, you can burn it up by walking. And they enjoyed it dearly. They went after dinner, they went to the neighborhood shopping mall, they walked about an hour and a half, come back and said, I measured blood sugar. My blood sugar after dinner was about like 8, 9. And after I walked, they came back, it's about 6 or 5 point something. That's very good. So I have a lot of friends actually walk. Now they see the benefit. And for the US friends, same thing. They have Libby have this thing. They walk after dinner and they reported back to me this little thing. You see, now I'm 5.8. And they said before they eat, after they eat, they measure themselves. They're about 160, 180. It's gone up there. But after they walk, you know what? Their blood sugar came down to about 110, 105, somewhere around there. And all you gotta do, you can walk anywhere, you can walk shopping mall, you can walk nearby a neighborhood, but walk about 1 hour, that would absolutely help you. 嗱，記住，如果你係 stressful， 即係壓力大咧，你血糖會高 up 嘅。所以好多人咧，我教咗佢哋咧，我話千祈唔好咧，就係唔行。你可以用第二種方法，但行好有幫助，又係食完飯晚飯我講啊，玩晏晝都 OK 嘅。你係幫助你行咗嗰啲 excess sugar， 咁你係一個好大嘅幫忙。當你行咗 excess sugar 嘅時候咧，你係幫助你降低其他嗰啲糖喺個身體裏邊咧。你行咗之後，佢 burn up 咗嗰啲糖咧，咁你 blood sugar 一定降低㗎啦。咁我自己亦都睇到啊，如果我行咧，食完飯行咧，我可能我個 blood sugar 已經去到8㗎啦，行完之後我跌翻去5.幾嘅，所以好正。所以記住行係幫助你。咁當然啦，有啲人話唔中意行，係咪得唔得咧？其實如果你唔行咧，你個 walk master 喺屋企都得嘅，你去做呢個啞鈴呢個亦都得嘅。最之有啲運動令到你係burn up 你 excess sugar 係十分之好嘅。So try your exercise, walk shopping mall, it works. Like you said, I can't walk in the shopping mall because I have nothing around. You can do a barbell to do this exercise, go up and down is okay too. You want to do that? And with Walk Master, you have one very inexpensive Walk Master. You walk in the same step. That will do you some good too. So just activity exercise could do. So relax yourself could be also singing and all that. But importantly, you need some exercise to decrease your stress. Now, the important thing is do not miss breakfast, because a lot of people say, I worry about today, I will eat a big meal, so I don't eat breakfast. So pre-diabetic, diabetic patient, if you do not eat your breakfast, you might end up actually with hypoglycemic. You got a hand shaking, especially you have no food in your you have no food, no sugar while you are sleeping. So you thought skipping a meal, I can actually lower my blood sugar. Not necessary, because you're going to feel hungry. Right away, you're going to want to eat. You will always overeat. So net result, you might overeat of your carbs, and actually less result, your sugar will spike. So it's not a good idea. Even though you're going to have a big meal, more important, maybe eat a little bit, eat one egg, one egg, there's not much carbs in there, but you ate the egg will help you fill that up already. So that will be good. So even though you are going to eat a big meal, not to eat much, not want to skip breakfast, eat one egg will be good, or eat something to help you to have something in your stomach to continue to carry forward. That will be very important. So do not skip breakfast, okay? And certainly when you eat breakfast, it's good to have some a high protein product, but you don't want to eat high carbohydrate item because you spike your sugar, like a big piece of white bread. White bread is 90-gram carb, could potentially get 9-gram carb. That is not good for you. It's better to have brown bread, very some of these brown bread is about 30-gram carb or whatever. Look at the package. So best eat, the bread item is very low carbs rather than high carbohydrate item. 千祈唔好咧唔食早餐，因為好多朋友就話：喂，我今日去食 buffet 喎，或者今日食個大餐喎，咁我唔食早餐啊。其實咧咁就唔係 good 嘅。點解咧？因為好多時咧好肚餓，你去到嗰陣時咧你就大量食嘢，大量食咧就令到你糖咧整高咗自己，唔正仔。仲有一樣，你琴晚到依家都未食過嘢，可能你會有個叫 hypoglycemic， 即係個低糖嘅過低嘅糖嘅反應啊。咁你有手震啦、出冷汗啦，呢啲咁嘅係對你唔係好嘅。咁所以變咗你嘅就唔好真係走去唔食早餐，最好就食隻雞蛋。食一隻嘢，食少少係幫助你 settle 咗個 stomach， 唔會令到你遲啲又大食。咁其實咧最好咧就食大概一啲好 high protein 嘅東西啦 ，for example 係即係high protein 雞蛋啊啲啦，咁就會好過咧食啲high carb 嘅東西。high carb 嘅東西白嘅麵包就唔 good 嘅，因為你可能食咗93個 gram 嘅 carb 嘅麵包啦。最好就食啲麥包啦，好 dark 嘅麥包啦，可能得30 gram 嘅，咁嗰個好過你食啲咁白色嘅麵包。咁但係你睇翻個 package 裏邊有幾多 gram carb 啦，呢個就要睇下你不同。So remember, do not skip your breakfast. Eat your breakfast. Now, this is a very important slide. I thought it will help you to better understand. Can make sure you take a picture of this thing. It's called resistant starch. Now, what is resistant starch? And they have high, medium, and low. Now, resistant starch is basically a starch like bean that passed through your intestine, but it fermented in your large intestine result. It does not increase your glucose level. It does not increase your glucose level, but it promotes bacterial growth and is an actual better glycemic product for you. So when you eat it, you feel full, like lentil beans, you feel full, but your blood sugar doesn't go out. So you feel like that you will last you to the next meal. So a lot of times they say, wow, this is really good. And it happened to me quite a few, this restaurant now, they said, this is a resistant starch food restaurant. And I said, wow, what is that? And then result, I start realizing they give like hummus, they give sourdough bread. And you know what? When you look at the chart, the sourdough bread for 100 grams of that is only 2.1 grams. So it is really good when you have that. So take a picture, keep looking at this type of food. You eat it, your blood sugar doesn't go up because like sourdough bread doesn't go up. It tastes delicious. And on top of that, it also keep you full. So net result, you don't eat that much, and blood sugar same thing. And so keep that in mind. And this is a sort of a new thing for some of the now restaurants that start introduce that, and is really good for pre-diabetic, diabetic patient. It is very delicious, by the way. 嗱，各位堂友，呢個係一個新嘅概念啦，現在開始有啲食物嘅餐室咧就話俾你聽，哇！如果我影啲豆類嘅東西啊，咁佢食咗落去嘅時候咧，佢就由個離開咗細腸，亦都唔喺嗰度吸收住，去到大腸咧，嗰陣時開始發酵。 咁亦都唔係增加你葡萄糖嘅即係個血糖嘅增加喎。但係喺嗰度咧，佢開始咧就增加多啲細菌去生長啦。咁其實咧係幫助你咧係呢個有血糖嘅控制裏邊嘅，同埋仲有咧就你覺得飽啲啊，咁咧你就唔會繼續覺得食多啲。咁呢個尤其是好似呢啲嘅白豆啦、lentil 啦。同埋有啲sourdough bread 啦，即係有酸性嘅麵包啦，或者有花生醬啦、hummus 啦，即係嗰啲邊做出嚟嘅 dip 啦，呢啲嘢咧全部咧都係好有幫助嘅。咁或者你影張相影一張相，其實咧係睇到現在嚟講咧，係幫助你咧食呢個樣嘢咧，係幫助你降低你血糖。亦都唔會令到你好 hungry 咧，即係會肚餓咧，食多啲。So this is really a new concept. Eat more resistant starch food. So net result of that, like for example, rye bread, sourdough bread, things like that to help you to last you stay longer. You have less absorption of blood sugar. Okay, the last but not least, very important. You have to exercise. And exercise really proven will burn up your sugar and you will lower your blood sugar. Net result, you can do much better with your blood sugar, less blood sugar in the bloodstream. You also decrease your insulin resistance. And when you work out, you actually increase your insulin sensitivity, take the blood sugar into the take your blood sugar from the vessels into the cells. So very important. Also, after dinner, as I mentioned earlier, walk 1 hour after your dinner meal or any meal. Any excess sugar, blood sugar will be burned out and taken out of your system. So that will extremely good for you. 記住每一個人都要真係 exercise。如果 exercise 真係唔食嘢之後咧，你食嘢之後咧 ，exercise 能夠 burn off 咗你嗰啲 excess 嘅多餘嘅糖咧，係十分重要嘅。當你有 exercise 咧，你覺得你嘅糖會降低嘅，所以變咗咧，我希望大家食完飯咧，可以去 shopping mall 散步1個鐘頭，1個鐘頭裏邊咧行到大概8000至1萬步，睇你行得幾快啦。咁呢個係好大幫助咧，係幫助你血糖降低。咁呢個係好重要嘅。咁所以變咗咧，因為當你有 exercise 咧，第一你 burn up 咗 extra sugar 啦，第二咧係降低咗你血糖嘅胰島素嘅抗拒啦，同埋增加咗你胰島素嘅 sensitivity 嘅感應性啊，所以會 be better 帶啲糖入去個血管裏邊。So make sure you walk every day if you can. If not, at least 5 times a week. You walk after each meal or after dinner will be a good thing, and that will burn off excess sugar, and that will help you to really lower your blood sugar. That will be something that if you can do that, it will be wonderful. So in summary, you have to watch your carb intake. You don't eat a big meal, eat smaller meal, and make sure that you have the plate planning. 1/2 is vegetable, 1/4 is meat, 1/4 is your carbs and your dessert, whatever you want to eat. You should eat more fibers, and you have to have quality sleep. How much quality sleep is 7 to 9 hours. You can lose 10% of body weight, will give you 1 point A1C lower. And you have to drink a lot of Lowsutea, as you have to drink at least 2 liters or 64 ounces of Lowsutea per day. And you have to drink at least minimum 6 cups of Lowsutea pre and post of each meal. And then 2 more cups will be after your dinner meal and before sleep, 1 hour before sleep. That will help you to give you an entire evening good blood sugar control. And then you have to reduce your stress, because stress moves blood sugar. You can walk, exercise, sing, whatever, you lower your stress. You don't want to skip breakfast. You eat, even though you want to have a big meal, eat a little bit thing, like an egg can help. You don't want to, you want to eat more resistant starch food. And I just now gave you a picture opportunity to take that chart. That is really good to eat more beans, even sourdough bread. That will help you to lower blood sugar and actually give you feel full so you don't eat more. And again, very important to have to exercise every day, at least 5 times a week. If you can put 1 hour walk after meal, will be excellent. Again, keep in mind, drink Lowsutea, lower blood sugar, help to lower your cholesterol, and also help to detox. So this is my today webinar. I will now move on the next step to show you the 90-second low carb how to make bread. It is a really good bread. It's easy to make. It's only 9 seconds, and you use microwave. And everybody do that. So now let's take a picture of the ingredient of this: 3 tablespoons almond powder, one half teaspoon of baking powder, and then you have Parmesan cheese, 30 grams, 1 teaspoon of rosemary, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, salt and pepper, unsalted butter, and 1 egg. And you basically make a 8-gram carb bread. Later on, you can actually make anything in there. So take a picture, please. Take a picture, and you can able to make that. Very easy to make. You just put everything together, put in a microwave for 90 seconds. You know what? You got bread, and you can put a piece of cheese on top of it, or put a ham on top of it. You have a very wonderful breakfast. It's hot, it's delicious, it's wonderful. I can tell you that because I tried this already. It's very good. And even though you're not diabetic, you can eat this. My wife love it. My daughter love it. My son-in-law love it. It is really good. So take a picture. Okay, now I'm going to move down to the video side, and then you can see how it's being made, okay? All right, everybody take a picture now. Okay, now I'm going to take the video.
Hi, I'm Angela Lowsutea, president. Hey, actually, many of the pre-diabetic type. Hi, I'm Angela Lowsutea, president. Hey, actually, many of the pre-diabetic client and diabetic client was telling me, wow, you know, I go to a big shop, I buy a piece of bread, I can't eat it because they have a 90-gram carb. On top of that, really, I want to eat some bread. I have no variety. But you know what? Last time I taught you with the almond bread. But they say, hey, almond bread is nice and good. I ate a lot already. But I said, like variety, some more additional bread. Can you teach me some? I said, absolutely you can. So I get this recipe, which is called the 90-second bread, which is baked by what? Microwave. And you can actually do it in 90 seconds. Very easy to mix everything together. And basically it's only 8-gram carb. So I will show you how to do that. 各位朋友同埋各位前期話俾你朋友，嗱好多朋友話俾你，喂，我哋又想食啲麵包，上一次搞咗杏仁包咁食咗好正啦，咁但係我成日想食多啲不同麵包喎，咁點算啊？朝頭早好難咧，去買麵包，買一個麵包嚟食咧，哇！原來90 gram carb 食咗一半，或者已經係我哋嘅一半嗰日需求嘅碳水化合物，咁啊唔係好正啦。我話冇問題，如果我而家整麵包俾你8 gram carb，同埋做又快，因為我用咩啊？微波爐焗嘅，90秒就搞掂啦。OK， 咁我而家開始講啦。So the ingredient is very simple for our 90-second bread that we'll make from the microwave. One, we have 2 tablespoons of almond powder, and then we have half teaspoon of baking powder, and then 30 grams of Parmesan cheese, and then this shredded cheese. You can see Parmesan shredded cheese, and then 1 teaspoon of rosemary right here, and then half a teaspoon of garlic powder is right here, and then we have salt and pepper plus unsalted butter, and then 1 egg large. You beat it, and that's all the ingredient with it. OK， 嗱，我再講一次咧，個 ingredient 啊，第一個咧就係3個 tablespoon 3個大匙羹嘅杏仁粉啦，然後半個匙羹嘅baking powder 啦，然後咧就30克 嘅 shredded 嘅 Parmesan cheese 啦，咁然後咧就係1個 tablespoon 嘅 rosemary 啦，然後咧1個 teaspoon 嘅 garlic powder 啦，然後 salt and pepper， 再加呢個係牛油 ，OK unsalted 嘅 butter 牛油，然後1隻大雞蛋彈佢，咁差唔多啦。嗱，就首先我咧係將呢個杏仁粉擺落先 ，OK 將杏仁粉擺落去啊，呢個杏仁粉嚟嘅 ，OK 咁好。然後咧就揾呢個咧第二個啦，呢個 baking powder 慢慢倒落去啊，勻循咁倒落去，咁啊搞掂 mix 咗佢先 ，OK。然後之後咧，我哋咧就好快脆做咗之後咧，咁我咧就可以我依家咁 mix 咗佢啦，啊 ，OK 等佢 mix 咗佢，嗱撈咗佢，咁然後之後咧，咁我就揾個 Parmesan cheese 一路慢慢又係撈落去 ，OK 又好容易喎，依個咧又係撈啦 ，OK。呢個撈 ，OK， 然後咧，我哋咧又可以撈晒佢之後啦，然後咧，咁我哋咧就可以將呢個OK， 嗱，依家我做呢個擺埋啲其他其他嘅東西落去啦，咁然後咧就salt and pepper 啦，然後再加加力啊嗰啲嘢落去啦，加晒落去啦 ，OK， 咁然後最後咧就雞蛋線同埋嗰個。呢個 garlic powder 啊。So I put all my ingredients together one by one. Okay, now what I do is after I finish that, what I do is now I'm gonna put my eggs in there. So see how easy? Now I put my butter. I'm gonna start putting my butter in, and then you mix the butter. So all you do is mix well. Okay, now what I do is next I'm gonna put the eggs in there now. Mix the eggs, okay? Okay, you see how easy to mix? You gotta make sure every powder 所有粉咧要 mix 好得好喎，因為要 mix 到佢。好似真係麵包底咁樣㗎嚇，咁啊呢個做出嚟先有用嘅。So you have to mix it well to make it almost like very dry. Everything's mixed together real well, and you can actually see it. And then after that, okay, it's still not dry yet, but you can see it will dry. So you flatten it out, and you almost like a piece of bread right here. Now come up, it's almost like a piece of bread. So after this, we'll put it into the microwave, and 90 seconds, we got bread. So, hi, I'm back. Oh, just now the microwave officer ding, and I take out the bread. 嗱，就呢個 microwave 咧，已經個微波爐一焗咗，咁現在咧個麵包咧就出咗嚟啦。咁呢個麵包就好似咁樣嘅，你有冇睇到啊？咁我依家咧就拎過嚟我哋嗰個碟嗰度啦，呢個麵包。咁嗱，其實咧呢個麵包好特別。第一，可以咧用 cheese 上去食啦，擺啲 ham 上去啦，火腿啦嚇。咁其實乜嘢都可以擺上去，咁亦都可以再擺啲avocado 啊、tomato 啊，可以加好多嘢上嚟試嘅。咁我今日揾啲芝士嚟試下啦。So this is a very unique bread because you can actually, after you cooked it, only 90 seconds from the microwave. And then you take it out, it's a piece of bread just like this. You can see the bread is very unique looking white bread. Like, can you see the white bread? Okay, then you can actually put on, what can you put on? You can put on cheese, you can put a ham, you can put avocado with tomato, you can put all kind of things on top. It's up to you. But the important thing is this is only 8-gram carb, okay? So that way make it easier for everybody. So I will put the little cheese and take a look how good it tastes. So I put it here, I put a little bit and take a look. That's how it looks like inside. Can you see? Okay, you can see inside, right? That's right, I see. Very, very fragrance, very smell, very nice. Very good. It really tastes like bread and very delicious, and also and it's very chewy, so it's very nice. That's how it looks like. So if you really have this with ham, with some tomato, avocado, wow, this is really excellent for your breakfast morning, and it will be a very, very satisfying breakfast, and only 8 gram carbs. How do you like that? This is delicious with a piece of cheese. Excellent. So this is Andrew Lau. Hope that we can continue to give you some very interesting recipe to help you enjoy your breakfast. 我係 Andrew Lau， 頭先食嘅係好正，呢個麵包咧真係好似麵包咁，有好多即係個 chewing 嘅感覺啦，味道十分好，比普通麵包更好，因為鹹鹹地啊，同埋加 cheese 落去又得。加個 ham 即係俾個火腿落去得，加埋兩一齊食，我覺得一定十分好食。頭依家食就係食 cheese 都好好食，同埋咧食完之後咧會係覺得好快飽飽地嘅，所以呢個仲更加比麵包更加好食。咁啊最緊要咧就得8 gram carb， 即係8 gram carb 碳水化合物咧8 gram 喎嚇，8克，所以好正。就希望各位大家有一個快樂嘅 weekend。咁繼續我哋努力俾多 recipe 你，更加令到你身體健康。Okay, goodbye. This is Andrew Lau signing off.
Okay. Well, I thank you very much. I have some questions from our guests here, and I was really good. Want to make sure that we answer question. By the way, I actually not only make that, I after I made that, one more thing that's very good is actually I put it in the refrigerator, some excess. I make several of the bread. And then guess what? What's interesting is my wife started eating and said, wow, this is real good. And then after that, my son-in-law came in and they took some and they said it was very good too. So I started realizing they really like the bread and also with ham. And you can put some tomato, avocado, tastes really delicious. So keep that in mind. So really, at the end of the day, take this bread. You can share with your family. Not only diabetic could eat it, anybody can eat it. So keep that in mind. Okay. So I have a question. So the urine color, should it be, what would the urine color? Now the urine color is very interesting. If you drink a lot of Lowsutea, the color should be a light yellow. It should not be very dark yellow, but it will be a light yellow. And sometimes you drink a lot of Lowsutea, it become even white color. But in there, they usually have a light yellow. So that will help you to know your urine dumping sugars out, or even white color is okay. But you know you're dumping sugar and salt out that lower your blood sugar. Okay. So other berry, the question is, 即係如果小便咧係咩顏色咧？咁你飲咗好多去糖茶咧，你小便係一個好有少少係一個 light color 嘅黃色嘅 ，so will be that color will be very good, okay? So 因為會知道你係會掉咗啲糖走啦。Oh, by the way, thank you very much, Faye. I appreciate you came in. I hope you enjoy this bread. You gotta try this. 8 grams is very delicious. Okay, try that, Faye. Okay, another thing is other berry. Strawberry would be good. Raspberry is good. Blueberry is good. All those are good fiber items. So the question is, what berry would be good? So 士多啤梨好啦，raspberry good 啦。So the other question is, your sleep quality. How do I know if you have quality sleeping? Now, sleeping is very important. Make sure you have rapid eye movement. So you have to have dreams. Good sleeping, when you dream, that shows that you do have good sleeping because you have rapid eye movement. So keep that in mind. 咩叫好瞓咧？好瞓嘅時候，你一定係有啲發夢啊，因為隻眼要有 rapid eye movement 要好瞓嘅。咁呢樣嘢係幫助你，係會令到你發夢咧，你就係知道你係一個好瞓嘅東西 ，OK？ 同埋入睡啦，好熟睡啦，咁你都知道第二日你會精神啲嘅。 The next question is body weight. Is 5 pounds minimum to get benefit? Well, actually, any 2-3 pounds, you already start getting benefit. But 5 pounds is a good benchmark, because when you have 5 pounds minus, your blood sugar will definitely come down. So keep that in mind. You got to have that 5 pounds will definitely help. And we'll see your 5 pounds, you'll see your A1C come down a little bit, or your poking your finger, you'll see also come down a little bit, okay? And when you're over 10% of your weight, you definitely will drop about 1 point your A1C, okay? 咁如果你5磅咧係一個 good benchmark 啦，如果你有5磅少咗5磅，你已經好多噶啦 ，OK？ 會減，即係你個血糖會減低啲嘅。咁仲有咧就 Lowsutea is see, this would make 8 ounce cup of liquid. Should I still need to drink water? Okay, so if you can drink Lowsutea 8 ounce cup of Lowsutea, you don't need to drink any more water, because you already have 2 liters of tea a day, and it is almost replacement of your water. And because Lowsutea, it is a liquid, so it helps. If you drink Lowsutea, don't drink water, is okay. If you want to drink a lot more Lowsutea, that's okay. You know what? I want to drink 3 liters. That's all right. You make the tea even, you make more tea, that's okay. You drink that, it's still water. A day you're supposed to drink 2 to 3 liters of water. So that is something that is a typical person should drink. So it will be very helpful for you to drink actually 3 liters or 64 or another 34 ounces of water will be 90 ounces of water will be actually very good for you. It will dilute your blood sugar tremendously. Okay. And what is starch resistant again? Okay. Starch resistant, the maximum benefit, let me go back up there. I don't know, I can get this up here. Okay, here you go. Okay, here you go. The slide, you can see the slide now. Now, this is a new concept that if you eat beans, all those beans item like lentil, hummus, those beans, basically, it delay the absorption of sugar into your gut, but also it form a lot of bacteria, this good bacterial flora. So actually is lower the blood sugar absorption, and on top of that, it actually, because the delay the blood sugar absorption, so it really doesn't drive up sugar. But on the other hand, you still slowly capture the calories and also the sugar slowly. But net result of that, your body will feel that, wow, I'm full, so I don't even have to eat anymore. So you will feel the whole day or the next meal, you what they call a second meal effect, is because of the fact you feel full, so you don't eat more. So these are the type of food that you eat will actually help you to get you feel that you are feeling more. Now, why baked potato? The baked potato is interesting. They said the baked potato is, if you just eat the potato, it might not help, but you have baked potato actually will help you to make that feeling, to feel fuller, and the potato has to be big. If you just mash, it doesn't work as well. So, but I found that really at the beans, rye bread, peanuts, butter, baked beans, these are the things that definitely will help you to make you feel fuller, and also your blood sugar doesn't go up. And I did test this several times myself, eating this type of Mediterranean diet, and I didn't find my sugar goes up. And I asked some of my other client who has the also the Abbott Levy, they do the same thing, and you know what? The blood sugar doesn't go up either. So mine is 5.7. Eat a lot of beans. Okay, so try that, and that might be this is sort of a new concept now. When you eat this with the Mediterranean diet, a lot of the beans, hummus, these are food that actually slow down your gut absorption of sugar, plus it ferment have a lot of bacteria, good bacterial growth. So it really lower your sugar at the same time. And that is the idea. And a lot of restaurants now start moving into this. And I thought that would really good to get you guys to, so you can also look it up, what is the resistant starch food in Google. It'll help you better understand. And that is really something that will be a good thing to eat. Like Mediterranean diet is exactly what all these food on the medium starch, medium, with all the food like hummus and all that. That's what really slow down your blood sugar absorption. Okay, so I hope that I get all your answer. Do try your, so if you haven't taken this picture, do take a picture. This is definitely is really good. It's just only 90 seconds. Make your bread. You can share with your family. It's wonderful. It's hot. Is put a little ham in there, a little cheese in there. It's delicious. It's easy to make. It'll take you 10-15 minutes to make all that, and you share with the whole family. And you can actually use a smaller cup. You can do few of those, which I did. And at the end of the day, my whole family enjoyed it. So wow, this is really good. It's a new dish. It's wonderful, delicious. So anyway, this is something that maybe you can enjoy. And Faith, thank you very much for joining us. And Gordon, good to see you again. And Eugene, again, thank you very much for all the wonderful questions. All the people from Hawaii are wonderful, and people from Philippines, Hong Kong. And I really appreciate you guys joining us for this webinar. And I know all of you can be very busy, and you still take time to join the webinar, learning about how to lower your blood sugar. And that is really encouraging. So have a nice weekend. Thank you very much. And try your 90-second low carb red. I think you will all enjoy it. Goodbye.